timeout, the paper airplane thrown right at the shooter is called disconcertion, and you got to give the guy an extra free throw there. Alvin Gentry's thought was, hey, what happens if somebody is an Orlando fan and does it?
He says, I didn't throw it.
But chances are it is a home fan doing that. Horace Grant makes, and the Pistons need to be careful. They're down 13.
And that was right in his spot again, George. Once again, he is just deadly on that foul line area.
Ricky Mahorn's going to come on the radio. No, on the TV with him.
Yeah. Maybe he should be on the radio. I don't think he has a face for television.
Grant Hill misfires to Horace Grant. And we have 2 to play in the third. Chuck Daly and the Magic with a 63-50 lead over the Pistons. Armstrong doubled. Hardaway gives it back to Horace Grant right where he wants it. He had to miss sooner or later. Bushler with a board. Ricky, great to have you here.
Hey, great to be here, George.
Hello.
Hey, honey, how are you? Nothing much, Kelly.
Grant Hill took it all the way inside, hit the floor pretty hard. This counts, and Grant felt this fall, trust me.
He stepped in underneath in the last minute, and he was inside the dotted line anyhow. Watch Grant make the one-on-one move right to the basket. Austin waiting for him, but too far underneath, and he lands hard on that hip.
Ricky, how about all those great videos and all those looks back and getting together with your teammates? Gives you goosebumps, at least it did me.
Yes, it did. It gave me a lot of fun. I didn't watch those videos once I got unprotected, but right now I'm just having a ball, just looking at them and getting the excitement from 10 years ago, how much fun it was to be a Piston in here and really winning the championship.
You know, I didn't miss it, and I don't think you did either. There was an absolute roar in here when you were introduced. That's got to make an athlete feel good.
It always feels good because the fans really appreciate a winner, and, you know, just listening to you, George, they appreciate just listening to your voice.
Well, man, it was a great time before the ball game, and you guys deserved every accolade, and the fans packed this place for the Bad Boys reunion.
Hardaway hit a jump shot, but we want to know, since we've asked the other two guys, what do you think of the uniforms?
Oh boy, I like those uniforms. Those are great.
That seems to be consensus, and we don't have to ask my partner over here because he wants to put one on.
I like.
Here's a little Joe D on Harpering. Gave him a little Rick Mahorn nudge and got the call.
Well, it looked real good. A great acting job by Harpering, but Joe's getting those free throws right now.
Taking advantage of the rookie that time.
Grant, by the way, made the free throw after he came down hard, fouled by Ike Austin. He has come out. Arnie Kander will go to work on him. You know, he just came down on his backside.
Kind of hard, kind of hard.
The floor can hurt.
Amongst the people falling on top of you.
Orlando with a 65-53 lead, a minute and 18 to play in the third. And Joe D is at the line. Pistons, who started so strong, have lost the lead in Orlando. A veteran team in the key components anyway, coached by Chuck Daly, and they're going to be hard to come back on.
Rick, this is a different team. It's Orlando Magic team. When you look at them, their statistics don't really pop out at you. They don't do anything real great, but they play well as a team. Chuck's done a great job with this team. That's why they're leading the Eastern Conference.
Well, it reminds us a lot of what we used to do. I mean, Chuck just implemented a system that, well, you got a guy who can shoot outside. You got three guard. You have a three-guard rotation.
Yep.
When Nick Anderson's healthy. So he's probably implemented the strong defensive attitude, and Horace Grant, from being a champion with the Chicago Bulls, it really makes it a lot more fun.
When we talk about these two rookies they got, done an outstanding job for them.
It sounds like a Dennis Rodman, John Sally type tandem there.
Chuck Daly will take a timeout with a minute and 11 to play in the third. We got Rick Mahorn with us. Stay with us. Orlando's lead is 10 on the Pistons television network.
Sick of that. You took some shit off or she cut her head? I'm not. Oh, she burned your dick or she? No. She was in there already.
Yo. Okay. Yep. Hey, how's your nephew doing?
Doing well. He had 47 out there at the community. He went to a
yeah, I know. You were telling me.
School. Had 47s, got offers from Northeastern.
Really?
And let's see, Northeastern, St. Francis.
Good for him.
Couple of good schools.
Good. I hope it works out for him. Now, Horace Grant has been the man the second half for the Orlando Magic, but he's pretty much done this all game long. It's a guy that's a proven winner, and you give him this shot around the foul line area, anything within that elbow area, he's going to make you pay. He's so consistent, great rotation. The feet are set, and he's been a Piston killer from pretty much X on the floor.
He has 8 in the third. Orlando by 10. Corleone Young is on the floor for the Pistons. For Bushler, Penny Hardaway triples. It rattled, folks, but it went.
Well, they've got it going as Dominique in the ball game, double and triple team. The extra pass, they swing it from strong side to weak side and get Penny open for a long 3.
Lindsay with a great fake on Armstrong. Tapped by Corleone Young, won't go, but Don Reed digs it out. Pistons got a fresh 24, trailing now by 13. Jerome Williams screening for Joe. Young against Dominique. There's something old and something new.
I don't blame Alvin Gentry. Try to get a new body in there, a guy that's active, a kid that's young with fresh legs. See what he can do.
Line drive floater. No, Don Reed with a hook stick back, and he hit it. I tell you, that was huge.
Well, they need it, but they're going to have to step up the defense because the Magic have been consistently scoring at their end of the floor. So they're going to have to get a run of some stops here to get back in the ball game.
We're inside 10. Now we're inside 5.
Great steal.
Lindsay with a strip. 2 seconds. 1 to the basket. Count it. Great finish by the Pistons in the third, but Orlando took the lead, and they had it stretched out to 13. It's Bad Boy reunion night. The Pistons in the classic red, white, and blue. Orlando with a 68-59 lead through 3. We got one of the all-time favorite Pistons, Bad Boy Rick Mahorn with his courtside. More from Ricky in a moment on the Pistons Television Network. Bison Dele, the Pistons' most consistent scorer tonight, back in the ball game. Lost control on the way up on the hook. Wilkins with a rebound. B.J. Armstrong, Dominique, Penny Hardaway, Horace Grant, and Michael Doliak for Orlando, and Leroy Richardson just put a tech on Alvin Gentry.
Now Alvin's been
hot all night.
Upset. Yeah, we've heard some of the things and weren't able to beat him out, but Alvin knows it's a big ball game, and he thinks he's gotten the short end of the stick a few times, but so has Chuck down the other end. He's been working the referees just like he normally does.
Well, it's an art as a coach to work the referees. If you can get them in your pocket, why not? Work them all night.
You just got to know that sometimes you can take them so far without getting the tee, but there's other times you know you're going to get that tee.
Yeah.
Now the smile. What else can you do? You don't want to get another one. In the third, Orlando shot 11 for 14. You like that? 7 for 22 for the Pistons.
Well, they got good shots, too, as well.
Penny Hardaway fires and fills it. They continue to get what they want. The Pistons, during the 6-game win streak, played some great D, and they're going to have to step up and do some more almost immediately here tonight.
Well, sometimes D can't shut down a team that's really feeling it, and right now the Magic are in their groove.
You think that was the Dominique of old? You think he was taking it to the middle?
Just thinking the same
ripped the basket.
So wait a minute.
He would have beat all 4 guys down the floor that time, a burst of speed.
Yes, he would have. I mean, he was one of those guys Vince Carter wanted to be like.
Pistons get the steal. Don Reed digging it out for Lindsay. 10:45 to go. It's 71-59 Orlando.
Or pass by Hardaway, but good anticipation from Reed.
Don screens. Joe D. Goes to Corleone Young.
How about that matchup? I think Corleone was about 3 or 4 years old when Dominique broke into this league.
Joe missed the long gun. Don Reed trying to hustle it back, but lost it out of bounds.
Hey, Kelly, I take offense to that. I mean, there's a lot of guys around in the league that I know their moms.
He wasn't born, I think, when you broke in.
Oh, go ahead. He's as old as I've been in the league.
He was just a thought in his mama's eyes, right?
Thought in a lot of people's eyes.
Grant's back in the ball game.
Well, that play looks familiar.
Yeah, that high pick and roll. Vinny liked that play a little bit. Blocked by Don Reed on BJ in the corner.
Now they've got a good guy setting that pick on the high post. Doliak's a very fundamental player, sets a big screen, and plus he can shoot that shot from 15, 18 feet.
Corleone Young got some time. Now Judd Bushler replaces him. Shot clock is at 7. Doliak's by himself. In and out. Bushler with a rebound for Lindsay.
Well, that was the shot they wanted. Good rotation, didn't get the bounce. And Alvin looks like he's just trying to find the right combination.
That's going to be wide by Lindsay. And the Pistons, who have been on fire until the second half tonight, find themselves down 71-59, 9:46 to go. Timeout on the Pistons Television Network.
Pistons basketball is brought to you by Taco Bell and by Ameritech. In a world of technology, people make the difference.
Quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard. Yep, the Nets did beat Miami. That is accurate. Toronto wins over the Wizards.
Toronto's unbelievable.
Minnesota up 10 in the third. And the Clippers trail the Spurs by 10 in the third. Dominique Wilkins from the corner just did kiss the iron, gets it back. Nice fake and a dish to Grant, but he missed it.
Really in between. He should have used the backboard. He had a better angle off the glass.
Well, you should know. You're one of those shooters that I know.
Nobody uses those
corners like you, huh?
Well, Ricky, I know you're working with, as we see the triples by Orlando 3 and the Pistons none. I know you're working with one of the great coaches in this game, and Larry Brown, and I would expect there's some coaching in your future.
Well, I'm working at that. I mean, Larry Brown is one of the best coaches that I've probably played in, other than Chuck Daly. It's just a guy that really knows the game. He's very easygoing. It's a guy that I really respect, and I'm just, I'm excited about being in Philly.
Well, I know he respects you. He got you over there for your leadership and for your basketball knowledge, and it's worked out well for you, hasn't it?
It's worked out really well. I mean, lucky I didn't sell my house down there yet. Otherwise, I'd probably be staying in a hotel.
Give us a little run on the Sixers quickly before you leave. This is a team that's surprised a lot of people.
Well, we're surprising a lot of people, but yet we still need to get nurture ourselves, get a little more mature, and know how to stop learning how to lose and know how to win. And that's the biggest thing, the hurdle that we can get over. We gave a game to Orlando, gave a game to Miami. It's like we're giving games instead of us just taking advantage of the opportunities that we have.
And despite the incident with Iverson last night, he's had a phenomenal year.
He's having a great year. I mean, you can't complain. The guy's leading the league in scoring.
Penny Hardaway from the corner triples. Boy, they get another 3 at about the worst possible time for the Pistons. Rick, how's the family?
Everybody's great. Just waiting on the next arrival.
I understand there's going to be a new one, yeah.
Yeah, waiting on the next arrival. That's going to be exciting, and that's going to happen in July.
You got enough room in that house down the street from me?
Got enough room in the other house. I don't know about this house.
He's gonna be like that fairy tale. There's the old lady that lived in a shoe and she had 100 kids.
I already live in a shoe.
Better be a big shoe.
Yeah.
They love you around here, Ricky. Don't stay away too long.
I'll try not to.
Good luck, Horn.
Thanks.
Grant Hill on the run out and couldn't finish with a flush. We'll see Ricky at the after party. He deserves it, as do all the world champion bad boys. 8:24 to go in the game, and let's take a look at Grant Hill leading the break here.
Well, he was determined, fire in his eyes, wanted to dunk this, but I think BJ's veteran enough to know that we don't give up dunks, particularly in your face. Put them on the line instead.
Grant at the line on the Armstrong foul. 74-64, Alvin Gentry's team within 10. And here's Spider Sally. You're going to match. You can keep it on. You can be like Smokey Robinson. We'll be like the Miracle.
Yeah, and then you guys can go on welfare, and I can be rich.
We haven't practiced yet, but this is going to start costing you. We've already given you 5 minutes out on the floor during the open. This is an extra 10.
Or you can look at it this way. I gave you 5.
That's right, and we appreciate it. I don't know if we paid you for it.
No, pay me no attention.
It usually comes out of George's pocket, so wait for him.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. No good.
Yeah,
oh, it's good.
Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, Penny's
it's
played a
nothing
great ball game.
but the bottom. And he has 26, guys.
George, they're playing like the Pistons the first half. They're really doing a good job moving the basketball side to side, making the extra pass out of the double team.
Ooh, go. No, bad call.
Bison with a little show and go. And I don't know about that call either. Neither does Alvin Gentry, but Bob Delaney was certain.
Well, you better watch out because you might get a technical. He already got one.
That's right. Well, I might yell at Delaney. Delaney, you're a bum. That was a terrible call. And he said, no better. That was a good move, though.
6 for 7 for Penny Hardaway, by the way, in the second half. He has 16 points. B.J. Armstrong and Hardaway in the backcourt. Here's Penny again. Look out below.
Hot man.
Well, he told Chuck he needed to play some more. I guess he wasn't telling the truth. He was telling the truth.
79-65.
He's had a couple of players around the league tell him he's no good anymore.
Oh, really?
That would make you upset, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We shouldn't listen to those players around the league.
Thought he was going inside with it. Derek Strong's there. Armstrong deep to
That's a Georgia Tech guy.
He can finish. Isaiah was telling us how much he liked him coming out. A lot of people did. He's grown up. He can play.
He's a good player.
It's 81-65. Orlando, we get a timeout with 7:07 to go in the game. It's Bad Boys reunion night. John Sally's with us here courtside. We'll have more from Spider in a moment on the Pistons Television Network.
It's that time again, John Sally. Time to make some donuts. The Dunkin' Donuts dunk of the game, courtesy of Eric Montross. He gets the box of donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, nothing says morning like Dunkin' Donuts, and also the official coffee of the Palace. I bet you didn't know that.
That's right. I did know that. You can get burnt.
Think how many donuts John Sally would have had if we had that in when he was playing.
If he's nice to us, we'll get him an extra.
I would have been 340 pounds.
Bulk up. You'd have been way more.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Grant gets a big-time jumper there, but it's still 81-67 with 6:40 to go in the game. Austin comes high, screening for Hardaway.
Oh, bad
No.
Yeah. And Lindsey makes him pay, at least so far, with the swipe.
Wasn't there in too long of a pass. Penny picked up his dribble, and that
Grant wanted to go back door, but Austin tapped it away.
What a steal.
Armstrong loops it ahead to Penny Hardaway. DJ chased by Bison Dele, fires for 2, and it's through.
Now, BJ still knows how to play. There's no doubt about that.
I think it's that Detroit air that's helping that young boy out from Rice.
Little brother Rice.
He's a homeboy. Class guy. And been a rock-solid player. Well, the Pistons will turn it over here with 5:52 to go. Chuck Daly with an 83-67 lead.
4 to
Been
20.
a big night here, and the guy who's always in the middle of the action, coming up big, getting those shots, took a lot of great
That's
pictures
right.
of John
Best
Sally.
photographer in the world.
Piston photographer Alan Einstein, one of the good guys.
That's his technique, to have it out of focus, make you wonder who it is.
He does great work. And a good guy. Been here for a long time. Been here since before Kelly got here.
Great call, Delaney. About time you made the right call. So.
Here we go.
Harpring and Joe Dumars is really going at it as Harpring tries to come off a screen by Austin. They call the offensive foul, but there was some flesh there slapping together.
To see what that looks like.
We could listen to that when we heard it from here with the headphones on.
Yeah, he's talking to Joe.
In the trenches.
5.5 to go.
Joe has his head right now.
Well, from what Chuck told us, Harpring doesn't even know who Joe Dumars is.
Here's an up fake, and Grant lost it. Penny Hardaway on the drive. And Lindsey with a foul. He was lost but competing earlier in the year. I'm sure he knows who Joe D is by now.
Just kidding. Chuck gave us the indication that he was a little innocent, I guess you could say. Didn't really know who he was
guys,
playing
with the exception of John.
Yeah, well,
I
think he knows who he is now. That little tap in the back of his head on
Hello.
his lip. Yeah, Joe will wake you up. I'm the guy that doesn't talk, that hits real hard.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with his academic prowess. I know, those things are said about Georgia Tech every once in a while.
No, more book sense.
Hardaway at the line, and Orlando's opened it up. 84-67 with 5:25 to go. And he missed the next. Bushler boards, but the Pistons got a lot of comebacking to do here. Lindsey against B.J. Armstrong. Had an offensive foul, says Bob Delaney.
Jerome Williams.
That was a makeup call.
Alvin Gentry thinks so.
Get a look at Jerome Williams right here. Keep an eye on him as he comes up and sets the screen. Watch the arms. See, he leaned into the screen. Kind of ticky-tack, but as my third partner here, second partner says, but that's the call and it stands.
Yeah, they got this thing about it. He didn't have enough room to move.
Harpering buries it.
Tough kid, good basketball player. I think he's going to get better.
He's strong.
Glared at Bushler.
Now he's strong, he's active, he really competes, and you got to like that.
Joe D inside to Bison.
The Bison try to pass that inside the paint. Can't do that.
Wow. Look at the shooting. Orlando 72% in the second half to 32% for the Pistons, who shot 56% in the first half.
They've been a mirror image of each other the first half and the second half.
Ike Austin draws the Bison Dele foul, his fourth, with 4:25 to go. Harpering's still feeling